Hey guys, what's going on? Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. It is 8:59 Eastern Standard Time here in beautiful sunny Miami, Florida. What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. God, I'm still forgetting the time change and everything, so as Monday we were closed. So, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Let's rock and roll, guys. Mm. Let's talk about the market, shall we? Last night was the Democratic debate. Bloomberg got smoked. Bernie and Warren was piling on Bloomberg. Buttigieg was, I guess, the moderate of the board, and futures are down. Futures are down 77 points on the Dow. Nasdaq down 32. S&P down 8. Gold is up. We had GLD calls, but we got out a little early because premiums weren't moving. Our members should have runners on it, so meaning they have one contract open. Should be nice at the open. Bitcoin fell a little bit after hours, after the bell, down about 5% right now. Crude is up slightly, and the dollar keeps trucking. Dollar index at 99.79 right now. Very interesting to watch. VIX is up about 4, which is not much. Couple of names I'm looking at today. Obviously, we're looking at Space. Space is having a meeting, which is Virgin Galactic in Miami with Barclays. And I guess they're having some kind of conference or some meeting, who knows. The stock is up 38. We tapped 41.45 all-time highs in the morning. Again, I own the 38s and the 40s for this week. I also own the stock. I don't plan on selling it, and I'm rocking with it on Space. Tesla, I know we put it up on the Instagram. The team was very bullish on Tesla. Let's see if we get a move. I want to get to 951 today. If we get that move to the upside, we have the 1200 calls. Again, you don't need to hit 1200 in order to make profit on those calls. We were up 40% on it within minutes of the trade, but the spread was very wide, so we didn't close. So just a heads up. But again, we caught that run up, then a little bit of a fall after the bell, after hours. You can see that right, still 903. We closed above 900 for the first time on Tesla ever for the stock. So I'm bullish on the stock and I own it. Looking at Amazon here, Amazon, the 2200s are nice, but again, looking at it is bull flagging here. Coming down a little bit with the markets now, the futures, it's down about $2 off the closing price. Watching it here, 2200s could be in play. Just keep in mind that it's Thursday. Microsoft, watching it too, down about 40 cents. I still like it. I own the 190s to the upside, and I'm still holding here. I'm thinking about like 50% on it. TGT, still holding it, right on the 100-day moving average. It looks like it's been respecting that 100-day moving average right around here. Again, it's for next week. The volume is still there. I still like the trade long term. Unusual options activity usually takes us home. So again, I still like it. I'm going to rock with it. I still have that level 118.82. Once we break those highs, it should be a breakout, and then we should be able to tap 120. I doubt it happens today or tomorrow, but again, we have all of next week for expiry. Looking at Plug, another stock I've been watching. Plug, take a look at it. I got into the $6 calls for next week. Again, a little bit of a flyer. Looking at the chart, the volume was very excellent. Kind of in the space, Tesla short squeeze sort of thing, where there's just a pile in by options traders. Again, just playing the chart. Don't know much about the stock, but again, just playing the pure chart. I got into the $6 calls for next week, so it gives me some time, and I'm actually going to probably be in the money. I was in the money deep overnight at 646. We're about 2 cents away from in the money. Students got that one, but yeah, it looks like they should be happy with it. Again, I was green on the trade anyway, so we're rocking. So that's what I'm watching on the list. Also, let's take a look at QQQ. We traded that yesterday. We actually got out 40%. And looking at it here, a little bit of a drop, about $1.20 off the highs. We hit no all-time highs yesterday. Let's see if we can rebalance, get back into it. We just had a new liquidity bomb from the Fed of about $68 billion. Again, they're going to bail us out every time. They're just going to keep adding those repos and liquidity to the market. Let's see what we get. So Qs are interesting here. Let's see how the market opens, guys. I've seen these days before where it opens red and then it goes green. And then around 10:30 with plunge protection team, or what we call PPT in market speak, where the markets just bounce. And guys, we just literally hit all-time highs again yesterday on the S&P and the Nasdaq. There's no reason to be bearish in my opinion. I'm still bullish in the market. You're going to get these kind of days, wash and flow. 71 points on the Dow isn't the end of the world. So again, we'll see. Let's go and answer some questions here. James says, let's get that money today. Lots of puts activity. Sure, there's some puts activity. Sure, people hedging their bets. I saw some options flow on space, heavy space calls. I saw some heavy plug activity. I saw some Amazon calls. I saw some heavy Tesla calls at the end of the day on volume spikes. Again, I own it. We may not get it, but again, I'm rocking with it. I'm rocking with the team on this one. My guys were saying Tesla looks good for some calls. We had some upside calls, a little bit of a risk, but we went for it, and we had some dry powder with our profits this week. All we have open on signals right now is Tesla and Microsoft. We do have some space lottos. Again, I own the 40s and I own the 38s. So again, right now I'm in the money on one of them. If we break 38.77, which is my level that I have, right now they're having that conference. I think we actually break 40 today, and let's see if we can make some profit on it. And plug, I'm actually in the money now, $6. So again, take a look at these names that I have on the board. Amazon is a little pricey, maybe out of your range, so just be a little careful. All right, so Ski Man asked about AMD. AMD, yes, a darling of options traders, yes. I actually played that yesterday. A little gap down today, overnight. We're at 58.36. Again, like NVIDIA, all those chips, they have been rocking to the upside. Forget the coronavirus. They've been doing great. AMD, I don't think we'll touch 60 end of week. I think we should be able to recapture that 50.27. We should be able to fill this gap here around 58.99. If you wanted to play the 60 Ski Man, play for next week because it'll run a little cheap. Play for next week. Give yourself some time on that option to run a little bit. So 60 calls are not a bad idea. I would wait for the 59.27 break first. So if you do want to play AMD 59.27 break, then you could play the 60s for next week. And again, just because it's next week expiry, you can still close it today or tomorrow in profit. So keep that in mind. You still watching the 1,200 calls? Yeah, I'm still watching those. I got into those. We posted on Instagram. Yep, we put it out there for everybody, and we're rocking with it. Again, we need a break of 951.03. Yesterday was a big move. Let's see if we capture it. Again, we have 2 days. Is it impossible? No, it's not impossible. But I think if we don't break 950 today, it could be a losing trade. We'll eat that. We'll eat the shit sandwich. It is what it is. We'll take the L. Tesla, Microsoft, and TGT. Yeah, I just spoke about it, James. Microsoft, again, looking at 186.90 here. Slight of a fall. You're talking about 30 cents. Look at futures. It's down with it. Microsoft's a big part of the S&P. We know that. So again, it's the second largest market cap company by market cap. So it's going to be affected. It's low beta, meaning it runs with the market. So you could see here, again, we need to break that 188.16 level. I think we get it today. I like this trade. 188.17. If it breaks on Microsoft, we'll tap 189. We'll be $1 away from in the money, and we'll capture that. TGT, keep in mind, is for next week. Everyone keeps asking. It's next week. We have a whole another 7 days to rock with it. I still like Target. It's right on the 100-day moving average. Again, that big volume spike usually gives me some kind of sign. Someone's betting heavy on this stock. So again, I like that unusual options activity. It was a breakout on the chart when we got in. It met my levels of the flow of what I want to look at, and that's why I played it. Look at Z. Good morning. Good morning, Sanchez. Let's see Z. Zillow, excuse me. Zillow did pop, but then a nice drop with earnings. Be careful. The premiums might get a little juiced, so I'd skip it. So if anything, you want to take a look at something with a Z in it, take a look at Zoom. Zoom has been moving, and Zoom did break out very nicely on this base here, 93.82. If you retake the highs of 105.26 on Zoom, take a look at the options. Maybe you can get something out of it, and maybe play for next week. How many percent am I down on Tesla right now? Let me go and see. On Tesla, I am down. Oh, give me a second. Oh, give me a second. I have it. Wrong phone. Tesla, I am down right now about 71%. But again, I went pretty light. I only bought 2 contracts. So it's right there. There you see it. I'm still in it. So again, I don't mind it. I mean, I only risked about $300 on it, or $350. I can take that L since we've had some really good trades this week. If we get there, which I don't think we will. Again, if we get a nice little pop to 951, as we should by today, then we should be able to clock it. Worst case, break even. We'll see what we get. Let's see. I wasn't asking, I was just commenting on what we had open. Oh, James, yes. How many percent are you down on Tesla? To answer that. What about PANW? PANW, let's see. PNW. Palo Alto Networks. Kind of ranging here. If you wanted to play, I don't know about the options on Palo Alto. I would say a break about 250, 51.11. Play to the upside. But again, you want to go next week here. You want to go next week. So again, it's Thursday. Any kind of options for today, guys, go for next week. Give yourself some time. Premiums may be a little expensive than what you're used to, but again, it gives you the time. Let's see on Gabriel. Sorry. New to the channel, what program is that you use to look at charts? Thanks for the info and advice. Thank you, Gabriel. The program that we use here, guys, this is TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim. It is free of charge for anyone who has a TD Ameritrade account. Feel free to use it. It's great. I love it. Stick with it. Good morning, Carlos. Thoughts on NVIDIA. Saw lots of volume on overnight, looking to break above 316. NVIDIA we actually played this week, which was great. And I love the stock, by the way, too. And you could see just tons of breakouts, tons of breakouts, tons of breakouts. If we wanted to play this again, let's go ahead and retake those highs of 317.98, right, guys? 317.98 would be the play. If we break above that, then you can get back in. Honestly, NVIDIA and AMD, those are the two I'm watching. If you get into NVIDIA for today, if we break that high, go in for next week. It's going to be a little pricier. So if that's the case, AMD might be a little cheaper for you. So just keep in mind. We're seeing space move right now. Look at space here. Guys, I don't know if you're seeing right here, space. This is Virgin Galactic now moving to the upside. They're having their conference right now in Miami. So who knows what the hell they said. You're welcome. NVTA, I don't know that name. Invatia Corp, I don't know them, so I can't really give you much information on them. But the chart doesn't scream bullish to me. I don't know exactly what we're looking at here, but it did break the 100-day moving average. If it's an investment, I'd have to do a little more research on it. But definitely, we do not play this name on options. So just a heads up. So again, if you're playing NVIDIA, guys, keep an eye on AMD then. AMD will be a little cheaper. You play for next week. The charts are very, very similar. They're both part of the same chip maker sector. Sectors run together. Same thing with Micron. Micron, I'm not a fan of the chart here. Break 61.19, which is the double top on the hourly, and then we can look into what we get. Flo, Gear Capital's lit. Thank you, man. Thank you. Any other questions here today, guys? Look at space go. Look at space go. All right, where are we at? Where are we at? Oh, message retracted. All right, any other questions today? I'm watching space today. If you want to get into space, guys, keep in mind, play for next week. Play for next week. Look at the volume. I'm expecting the calls for the 42s and 45s to gain a lot, especially if we hold these levels. Could be a great trade. Remember, if you're holding for next week, you don't have to hold it till next week. If it's a next week expiring, you can close it today for 40% and make some money. Space, I mean, guys, everyone wants to short it, right? We know there's short interest there. Guys, use your eyes. Price action is everything. You can see every time, every dip has been bought. I mean, we've been saying this now for a while now with the markets. Don't get cute. Just follow the trend. If it was bearish, we'd buy puts. If it's bullish, like it is, you're going to buy calls. It's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple formula. Do you guys play pre-earnings, volatility, sell before earnings? No, we don't do pre-market earnings because there's no options trading pre-market. Just a heads up. Have a good one. Thank you there for the info as always. What about NIO? NIO is going to be very, very, very dicey. Keep in mind, anything China, right? We know the deal. NIO, again, you could see just a very bearish chart here. I wouldn't want to play it. If you did, I mean, take a look at the $3.75, the downside. If you break that, then we can play some puts. But until then, there's nothing to do there. Just a heads up. My homie keeps trying to short it. I'm like, dude, no, buy some shares and calls. I don't know which one you're talking about. If you're talking about space, I mean, that's a bad endeavor. People are trying to go against the trend. Again, don't go against the trend, guys. Don't test the theory, with real money. If it's a theory, I mean, that doesn't make sense. I mean, you just got to go by the chart. Same thing with Tesla. We went by the chart. We were looking at a breakout here on Tesla. You could see it. We were right there, and we got in early, and then it just fell. Nothing you could do. I mean, if we're wrong, we're wrong. We'll eat it. Yes, you guys can give me shit on it. That's fine. I can understand. But you know what? We'll always take ownership of our analysis and what we do. So I have no qualms about being wrong. Being wrong happens. I'm not perfect. Our team is not perfect. I'll eat that every single day. I roll with my team. My team said it was good, and I roll with my guys. Always. But for everyone you get to the downside, you'll get 3 more that are great, so it doesn't matter. Just helping out a new member. Okay, Space, yes. Oh, space, gotcha. Yeah. There you go. All right, guys. Justin, thank you so much, man. Fist pound. We'll go ahead and leave it there. Keep an eye on space, guys. That could be a play for you. So if you kind of got Tesla and you're a little worried, take a look at space for next week. 41s, 42s, 43s, maybe 45s for next week. For next week. See the volume first, guys. Remember, look at the chart, find your breakout, look at the options chain, look at the volume. 1,000 or above is what I like. I talk about the Udemy course. If you see it, it matches your analysis, give yourself some time. That's the way to do it, guys. Pretty easy, not that hard. Beyond. Let's take a look at Beyond. I haven't played Beyond in a while, but I know yesterday it was up, and look, it came back down. It's just a choppy chart. If you wanted to get into it, I would say break of 135.23. It's volatile as it is, but here I'm not chasing this one. I just don't like that. I don't see anything here that tells me that I want to get in. There's some other ones. Yes, I'm still holding Tesla, Dalton. Yes, absolutely. Well, the markets are closed. I can't do anything. But yes, I'm still holding it. I own the call and I own the stock, and I don't plan on selling the stock anytime soon. Looking at the calls, we'll see what we get. You know, if we break 951, that'll be great. If we kind of hover here, then we'll just take our L and move on. That's what you can do. Take an L. We did hit 40% within minutes, but the spread got so wide that if we would have closed it, the bid would only be about 20%. So it's about half of that. So it's either kind of like eat your lunch, you know, one of those things. You could have closed it within 2 minutes and made 20%, or stick to your plan and get 40. What are you going to do? All right, guys, plug. Yep, looking at plug here. I have the $6 calls for next week. So I'm about to be in the money on it. Again, I took a flyer on it. You could see the nice chart on it. So I just basically rocked with it. Volume was there. Have a great one, guys. We'll catch you guys tomorrow for the morning note. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure to like and subscribe our YouTube channel. We really appreciate it. We're bringing this to you every single day, answering your questions, helping you out, helping you get started. Cheers, and have a great morning. Oh, I don't know about BLDP. Sorry, Mystical. I don't know anything about that. Have a good one, guys.